brand new crazy King of the Hill theory that just may be true. No, really. Stay tuned till the end to find out all the juicy details. Season 4, Episode 3, Bills Are Made to Be Broken, is a heartwarming episode of King of the Hill where Bill's long-standing high school touchdown record is about to be surpassed by the new hotshot sports star named Ricky Suggs. However, the kid is injured just before earning the record, but is given the trophy anyway. Instead of being depressed, Bill is happy that his record is broken. This uplifting episode sheds hope on Bill's otherwise depressing life. Or does it? Does this fit Bill's character? Why is he so happy? Surely the writers will reveal the reason. Bill is eager to let the new star take his glory. Except they don't. Or do they? Does this episode subtly reveal a shady secret in Bill's past? Could it be that hidden within the subtext, the writers were signaling that Bill used
performance-enhancing drugs
to secure his touchdown record? In tonight's episode, I present to you a thesis that the writers are deliberately signaling that Bill used steroids to win that trophy. And they consistently hint at this idea throughout the story. Just one more sinister subtext they planted to germinate in our subconscious, inviting us to put the puzzle together. That is, they left it for us to figure out why Bill is so grateful. And here are the clues they left. Bill goes from being depressed, his usual demeanor, to happy, hopeful, and excited that Ricky, the new star, is going to surpass his record. It seems totally out of character. Even his friends take notice and say something about it.
This record is all Bill's got. Should we rock, paper, scissors to see who keeps him from killing himself?
The writers didn't overlook such an incongruence, so it was a huge error on Bill's persona. Or was it? If Bill's optimistic demeanor was just a ruse on his part to divert attention away from the fact that he cheated by using steroids, then Bill's character stays consistent. That is, he doesn't want people looking into his record too much. Now, let's look at the physical evidence that he may have been using. 4 minutes into the episode, we learn that Bill had a full head of hair, wicked acne, unbounding confidence, grotesque muscles, and superhuman strength, and was impervious to pain. All of these symptoms can be caused by using steroids. Now he is balding, fat, like he has a hormonal imbalance, and depressed. All of these symptoms can be caused by quitting steroids. And the acne, the animators took the time to prominently display it on his face. None of the other characters had acne, so it was a deliberate choice by the makers of the show. Is that a clue that Bill used performance-enhancing drugs? But that's not all. The evidence continues throughout the episode. Bill tells his friends that only he and Ricky understand the dedication to let nothing stand in their way. Like pain or rules? How far is he willing to go to not let anything stand in his way? Even though Ricky is injured and can barely walk, he takes the trophy from Bill in a sham play. Does Bill get upset? Does he call out injustice? No. Bill is grateful that Ricky took his record. Does giving up the trophy to a rigged game alleviate some of the guilt Dautrive feels? Bill didn't deserve the trophy. Is Bill grateful to call attention away from him lest people start asking too many questions? After all, Bill knows he is weak and will crack under pressure. Is it better if Hank doesn't look too deeply into this? Hank has been paying just a little bit too much attention. Plus, it's presumable that other people knew he was on steroids. The coach, other players, they just weren't that vocal about it. Hank certainly didn't know. Could others slip up and reveal Bill's secret? Or say to Hank, Bill got the trophy and he did steroids. Bill didn't get the trophy honestly, and Ricky tied Bill without using steroids. meaning he had already beaten Bill if it was a fair playing field, and was going to do even better if he hadn't got hurt. A short time later, Hank says that Ricky obtained his record by means of fraud and bad sportsmanship. Again, this could also describe Bill's use of steroids to give him an unfair advantage in sports. Hank is just too naive to suspect it. A short time after this, Hank says directly to Bill, "Good sports players play by the rules. You did, they didn't." And this brings me to what I believe is the #1 reason why Bill refuses to admit that he did steroids. Bill's main motivation is to keep this secret from Hank. He is getting respect and admiration from Hank, which he normally never gets. Bill's football stardom is one of the only things Hank finds admirable about Bill, even if Bill feels a little guilty that it isn't completely deserved. Hank thinks Bill is honest, a good sport, a champion, or, well, was in high school, and Hank is really going to bat for Dautrive. If Hank finds out the truth, Bill will lose the positive attention Hank is giving him. We know how Hank's character won't allow him to give Bill a free pass like others might. Hank might even hate him and dedicate much time and energy to smearing Bill's name like he did with Ricky. And if Bill was willing to lie about something like this, what else might he lie about? We don't want the wheels in Hank's head turning too much.
I have a confession. In a moment of weakness, I slept with Peggy.
No, you didn't, Bill.
In the same conversation where Hank is praising Bill for his honesty, Bill says how he never graduated and that the Army straightened him out. Straightened him out from what? Was this a subtle slip-up on Bill's part? A confession that he wasn't straight? Hank confirms this by saying, "You were a changed man when you came back." Perhaps because the Army wouldn't permit him to do drugs? And changed how? It was implied that it was for the better, but when he went into the Army, he was confident and buff. Then he went to fat and spineless. So how is this an improvement? Bill quickly steers the conversation away from the change he underwent. Hank repeats throughout the show that Bill was cheated, and Bill insists that Ricky earned the trophy. Why? Could it be because Ricky tied Bill without using steroids? Could it be that Bill feels a little bit guilty that he held the record for so long when other kids may have beaten his record if they hadn't cheated? In a 20-minute show, every word counts, and the writers made sure to drill this theme home that the trophy was won dishonestly. But most telling is 19 minutes and 20 seconds in, Hank finds a loophole that allows Bill to play on the team again. The coach says directly to Bill, "We may not have the youth, speed, and performance-enhancing drugs." Coach pauses to glare at Dautrive in a sort of, "I know you cheated. Why are you trying to take this away from Ricky?" kind of way. Just look at his face. Just look at his face. Bill looks guilty and nervous. The coach looks irritated. Now, on the surface, the meaning seems obvious. However, could the subtext be hinting that the coach knows Bill used performance-enhancing drugs? Bill repeats the exact same touchdown, pulls a bunch of opponents across the goal line, and makes that same sensational touchdown. However, he is injured in doing so, and has to be content with a tie. And in the end, Bill declares that Ricky won the trophy fair and square, and that he is honored to share the prize with him. So why did Bill even try to regain his record? I think it was a way to redeem himself, to show that he could make that touchdown even after he was old and had no steroids. He had to prove to himself and to Hank that he was worthy of the tribute he got. But what do you guys think? Did I miss any crucial evidence? Be the first to join the Cool Club.